What is that noise? Yo, 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 testing, testing, yo, yo, yo. I had to figure this out last time. Yo, 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 testing, testing, yo, yo, yo. Let's try this. I had to figure this out last time. Yo, 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 mic check, yo, yo, yo. Yo, 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 mic check, yo, yo, yo. Yo, 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 mic check, mic check. I'm not hearing it now. Touche, let's go. What up, what up, what up, what up, what up? I don't think anyone is here yet. So, welcome, welcome, welcome. For those of you who are watching on YouTube, and so who were watching on a video instead of live, I am Chef Sanji629. This is Talkin Talkin episode 2, where we don't do anything ahead of schedule. I figure out what I feel like talking about it, then we talk about it. Because I'm too lazy to do all that shit. So, today, I wanted to talk about the X-Men. Because with all the Marvel Cinematic Universe stuff going on, the X-Men are getting left behind. The movies haven't been that great. And they're not getting enough love because everybody's just focusing on Wolverine and Deadpool right now. And if y'all know me, I am not a fan of either one of those characters. But they do have them some good ass movies. Not all, but some. And today I would love to rank the top 5 X-Men movies of all time by yours truly. But I don't know if I want to get there yet. Because, like I said, there isn't anybody really here yet. But if you are here and I'm not aware of it, feel free to say hello. So, what we're going to do today is, how do I want to start off? You know what's funny is I want to do like once a week where I show off some like collectibles I have and stuff like that. And recommend a movie, recommend a show maybe, or like an anime, something like that. And then I'm looking around today after I chose this topic, and I only own one X-Men collectible, and I fucking showed it last week. Oops. And it is it's that steel Wolverine that somebody gave me. Hey, mama. It's the Steel Wolverine that somebody gifted me that I got for free. So I might have to do a run back on that and bring that up. But I do want to show off, since I don't have any collectibles other than that Wolverine, I did go and grab a bunch of X-Men HeroClix figures to kind of show off. Because I do want to start something on my channel where because I've been playing HeroClix. For those of you who don't know, they are little figures. I'll just grab one for now. It's like a board game. This is a Wolverine, but it's a board game where you fight. It's on a grid. It's a grid based thing, but they have a lot of superheroes, mostly superheroes. So I nobody saw that. And I do have a lot of those, so I grabbed a bunch of cool ones that I thought y'all would appreciate. The problem is one of the ones that I wanted to show off today I cannot find, and I know it's in a bag somewhere because I just seen it like last week when I was looking through a lot of my stuff. But now that I want to show you guys, I can't find it at all. But I did grab a bunch of other cool stuff. I want to do a little segment of shorts on my channel where basically I kind of just go over some of the coolest looking figures I have. Like, let me grab something that. Let's grab something cool looking that I wasn't going to show off today. Have anything cool looking in here? We'll do an old one. We'll do an old one. I wasn't going to show this one off today, so I'll just show it as a little preview. So this is Armor. For those of you who aren't aware, Armor is one of the X-Men. This is an old figure. You can tell by the little bottom piece. It's all flat compared to the newer ones that we call the Oreos. Differences. But, yeah, I want to start a little segment of shorts on my channel because I don't do a lot of shorts, and I need to start doing that. I need to actually get into that. But I want to do a segment of shorts on my channel where I kind of just grab my phone, put a figure really close, and just judge it based off its coolness and maybe what it does in the game. But for those of you who aren't aware, this is Armor. Armor is a young female on the X-Men who she basically gets a suit of armor made of energy that she gets, and she basically becomes like a big, strong, unbreakable beast. So this is a little preview. This isn't something I was going to show off, but what's really cool about this, if you look, you can actually see her on the inside. That's pretty cool. But like I said, this isn't one I was going to show off today. So, because what I mean by like the really cool looking ones are, for the shorts, I'm going to do like there's an Iceman with like ice spiraling around him. There's a Namor that's like diving and coming. Wow, look at me. I'll pull that down. That's making me look like I wear the littlest shirts. I'm wearing an undershirt right now. But so I guess for now, like I said, there's not many people here. We've only been on for about 5 minutes, and nobody watches me anyway. So feel free to subscribe if you're not. You heard? Yeah. But for now, I think we are going to talk about the top 5 X-Men movies of all time. So let's get the movies up. Well, let's get my top 5 thing up. I was working on this before. Look at that. Bam. Look at that. Now we can judge them. And you can hold me to my word. Oh, whoops, stupid. My bad. Now you can see it. There you go. Alright, so I made this. This is an old thumbnail of mine that I had for my X-Men Legends playthrough. If you haven't seen that, feel free to go check it out. There's a playlist. I saved it. I repurposed it for the X-Men movies, so let's Let's see what movies we have. I mean, I'm pretty sure there's what, like 7 or 8 of them. Uh, there we go. X-Men. Okay, so here's an X-Men 11 movie collection. So what is in here? X-Men 1, 2, 3, First Class, Days of Future Past, X-Men Apocalypse, Wolverine. Oh wow, I didn't realize. Oh, okay. There's some extra movies I didn't even think of that were being here. I forgot about New Mutants. Dark Phoenix is not part of the Days of Future Past X-Men. Wow, I didn't realize they made 4 of these. Oh wow. Okay, Logan's on there. And then we also need the 2 Deadpool movies. I think that is all of the movies. So first off, let's do some eliminating movies that ain't gonna be in the top 5. All right. We'll start from the beginning. X-Men 1, that's a maybe. That started it all off. It wasn't the first superhero movie, but it was right damn near close. All right. Was it? Was it the first during the like new Renaissance? It might have been X-Men or Iron Man. I think X-Men was before Iron Man. Yeah, it might have started it off. So X-Men 1, solid movie. I like it. It was decent. It was a good movie for its time. That's a maybe. X-Men 2, I fucking love this movie. Let's be real. That Nightcrawler in the White House scene, the first scene of that movie might be the best scene out of all the one of the it might be the best scene out of all the X-Men movies, period. X-Men Last Stand. Get that shit out of here. Oh, first of all, and X-Men X2 United. X-Men United. They also had a very, very, very short cameo of my boy Colossus. Yeah. So that buffs it up even more. Let's see, they're at 85 for X2, 82. Okay. I agree. X2 is better than X1. Ooh, 57. This one's caca. X-Men 3? No. That's cocky. We don't want that here. So now we go to so X-Men 1 and 2 is a maybe. We're not sure about those 2 yet. X-Men First Class, I like it. They added a bunch of X-Men. They made them kids, and they did a little weird stuff with Mystique and Professor X that I don't know how I feel about. Wasn't a bad movie. I liked it. It wasn't the best movie. It wasn't terrible. It was a good comeback for the X-Men. Now, X-Men Days of Future Past. That is an amazing story. I didn't mind this movie that much. I actually liked it. I liked it a lot. Is it better than the other 3? I don't know. I think X-Men 1 and 2 are maybes right now. First Class, Days of Future Past are another maybes. X-Men Apocalypse. They really, 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 really fucked this up. How did you make Apocalypse look like Ivan Ooze? This movie was ass. Did I watch it? Yes. It was not good. It had some cool scenes. I think Psylocke was done pretty well. Storm was alright in there. I liked the way she looked. Not too much to say about that one. It just wasn't an Apocalypse. It just wasn't Apocalypse. X-Men Origins Wolverine. Y'all know I can't stand Wolverine. That movie is ass. It has some of the worst scenes. I don't like Deadpool, but like they could not have done Deadpool any worse than they did in this movie, period. But yeah, they sold his mouth shut. The movie was weird. It had some cool things, like they showed like Wolverine and Sabretooth going throughout history, being in different battles and stuff like that. Like some parts were pretty cool, but then they had like the boxing scene with the Blob. Gambit was weird. Um, the Gambit was weird. They really fucked Deadpool up. I mean, Gambit was okay, but they didn't do nothing with that. What else am I missing from that? I mean, they did an okay job at explaining Wolverine's history. The Wolverine. That has a 71. I thought that movie was terrible. I do not agree with this at all. I think this movie sucks. I hated what they did with Silver Samurai. Oh, also, which one had Lady Deathstrike in it? I think it was X-Men X2 United. But they really. I did not like this movie. It could have been so much better. Then they did the little teaser with the yellow and black X-Men outfit, which everybody's been dying to see. But I don't like this movie at all. Has a 71. That fucking baffles me. I think my man Doom really likes this movie, if I'm not mistaken. But that is not anywhere near. That's bottom three for me. These two right here are both like ass and a half, right? Not for me. Now let's get over to the last three. Logan. As you can see, right? I own this movie. I do not like Wolverine. But Old Man Logan is different. I fucks with Old Man Logan. This movie is incredible. They made it rated R, so you got to see him tear people apart. You got to see him fight like he does in the comics. The fact that he doesn't heal as much as he used to, so there's actually like he gets hurt in here, so it's kind of like, oh, all right, so it's actually something that's gonna happen to him. Watching Professor X, arguably the most powerful telepath ever. Watching him lose his mind and almost kill people constantly, and the Wolverine got to babysit him, and then oh my god, what's that Morlock's name? I can't remember his name. The dude with I think it's Caliban, whatever. Watching them try to take care of Professor X as he's going crazy, but he still tries to be a good man even though he's not quite there. I thought I didn't like what they did with X-23 at first. They made her very little, and I wasn't a fan of that. But that little girl acted her ass off. I think she did an incredible job after I got to watch the movie as a young X-23. I like their chemistry where he doesn't want to be a part of her, and she is like the good part of him. She hasn't been corrupted yet. She's like everything he should be, or everything he strives to be as a superhero. She doesn't know what a piece of shit he is. She doesn't know. She only knows what they show in the comics, and they show him to be a good superhero and all that. So they really made it look like this. They made it like, yes, she's a clone. For those of you who don't know, she's a clone of Wolverine, but they really made it where it kind of becomes like a father daughter grandfather movie, or like they're both there to take care of him, but he's trying to get this little girl to her destination where she needs to go, and he wants to get rid of her. But Professor X, being the good man that he is, even though his mind's gone, really wants to help this girl, because that's what they do. They're X-Men. They help mutants. They help people. They help everyone. Doesn't matter. The only thing that I can say I did not like about this movie, and it's a small complaint, is I didn't care for the extra Wolverine, the clone, the younger clone. That wasn't for me, but I can't say anything about this movie. This movie, to me, spoiler, is the best X-Men movie ever put on film. I think this movie is incredible. I've watched it a million times. I'm going to watch it a million more. I love this movie. This movie is great. To me, this is clearly my number one. Maybe one of you can change my mind, but this will be number one on the list. All right. X-Men Dark Phoenix. Man, they keep fucking that up. This goes right down there with the other X-Men. X-Men 3. Oh, this is X-Men 4. So this is down there with the Wolverine, or well, this is better than the first two Wolverine movies. I'll give it that. And I'd say it's better than X-Men Apocalypse, maybe, and it's better than X-Men 3. By the way, let's go back to X-Men 3. Was that movie good? No. But Beast was a standout in that movie. All right, if you do anything with this movie, get to X-Men 3, and if you want to watch the X-Men movies, when you get to 3, just know Beast is the best part of this movie. All right. Oh, he's actually very Beast is actually some of the best parts in the other prequel X-Men movies as well. But let's get back. Logan, clearly my favorite. That is my favorite. I think it's the best X-Men movie put to film. Uh, and if you really Hawk versus that Wolverine versus Hawk is a good movie too, by the way. All right, X-Men Dark Phoenix. They keep fucking it up, but this is ranked lower than this. Blows my mind. I don't understand how these Wolverine movies. Ugh. New Mutants I think is the newest movie of the bunch. Kind of, because it was put on hold for years. I think that movie was done for like 3 or 4 years before the movie even came out. It takes place with a lot of like younger mutants that most people won't even know. Like Magic, who is Colossus' little sister. She's pretty cool. They have Wolfbane, which is a young lady who has werewolf powers that she cannot control. When I say she turns into like a wolf monster. I don't know if it's a werewolf, but she turns into it. She can't control it, so she transforms randomly, and sometimes it's not even her whole body. It's just like part of her will transform. So she'll be like sitting there looking hairy, but she's not bad. She just can't control her transformation. And then there is Moonstar. I want to say her name is. She's a young lady who has a big bear spirit demon that helps her fight. She's a young Indian lady, Native American, I guess you want to call her. And then, if I remember correctly, there's a gentleman, Cannonballs in this movie. Am I missing anybody? Moonstar, Cannonball, Magic, Wolfbane. Oh, there's 5. Who am I missing? I don't know who I'm missing. But so this movie was kind of bland to me. It wasn't terrible. It wasn't bad. Um it's it's weird cuz if this was the comics, the is that the New Mutants? No, I think I'm confusing them with the Runaways. Yeah, the New Mutants are basically like the second generation of X-Men. Think of like what's the follow up to the '90s X-Men cartoon? Oh my god, I'm gonna kick myself for not knowing the name of this damn show. What is it? And they had Spike. They were all in high school. I'm so annoyed. Well, basically, these people are in like an insane asylum kind of for mutants, and they're there as some type of punishment. But some of them don't really know what they did or why they're there, or they're there because they're scared of their own powers. But everything is not what it seems. But basically, if you want to put like, it's not good, it's not bad, it's like just okay. Like, as if Meh was a movie, it would be the New Mutants. It's not terrible. You can get some excitement out of it. You can have fun with it. But is it a good movie? Yeah, it's okay. Is it a bad movie? No, I don't think so. I would put that like right in the middle of like all the movies. Alright. We are missing 2 X-Men movies. Technically, are they X-Men? No. But he's part of the X-Men. And there's a lot of X-Men in it. So we cannot forget about Deadpool. I count these as X-Men movies, alright? I don't care what nobody says. They're X-Men movies. There is just as much X-Men in these bitches as there is Deadpool. So let's start off with Deadpool 1. I cannot stand Deadpool. This movie is great. They basically took Deadpool Well, they basically took Ryan Reynolds, put a mask on him, called him Deadpool, let him whoop some ass, and made him an action star. And he's Deadpool. Is Deadpool as insufferable as in the comics? Absolutely not. Does he do some of the same type of shit? Yes, but he's actually funny in here. Do I think he's funny in the comics? I cannot stand that character. He's like, oh, Jimmy Chongo. Blah, blah, blah. He's there for no reason. But in the movies, it's tastefully done. There's enough comedy, enough action, enough. This is a great movie. Great, great movie. Let's follow up with Deadpool 2. Another fantastic X movie. We get more Colossus. We get Cable, finally. We get Domino, who a lot of you don't know. Domino is an incredible, incredible character. She is an assassin. Sometimes she's good, sometimes she's bad. She's basically like an assassin, weapon for hire. Her power is luck. Well, on top of the skill she has, she likes guns, and her power is luck. So like, she could technically, let's say, if you have to, if they give you 1,000 doors, right, and you're like only one of them won't explode when you open it, you give it to Domino, let her pick, and her power is, oh wow, I picked the right one. That was luck. Uh, she has a penny, and uh, you need to stop a missile. She'll grab a penny. She'll be like, oh shit. She'll throw it. It'll land in the microwave. The microwave will blow. It'll hit a satellite. The satellite will turn. Activate another satellite, which shoots a laser and blows up the missile. Her power is luck, but she has a lot of skill, and that is a fine ass woman they picked for that actress. Also, I love Deadpool 2. It also had Juggernaut in it. I didn't care about that kid at all. They should have shot him, in my opinion. Get him out of here. I didn't care about that kid at all. The movie was great though. Just so you know, both of these movies are going to be in the top five. So far we have Logan, Deadpool 1, and Deadpool 2. This hurts me because, to be honest, I don't like either one of these characters. But both of these movies are top five X-Men movies, period. So now we have 2 spots left to kind of fill out that top five. I want to say X-Men 2 is one of the last 2 movies, but I think First Class or Days of Future Past or X-Men 1. It might be X-Men 1 and X-Men 2. I don't think X-Men 1 should be there. I kind of want to do Days of Future Past or X-Men. X-Men 2 definitely. I think X-Men 2 is going in there. I don't think I'm going to put X-Men 1. Days of Future Past. I'm gonna have to go with First Class. So top five in no order right now. X-Men 2, X-Men First Class, Deadpool 1, Deadpool 2, and Logan. So, I think number 1 is clear for me. Oh, what are you doing? What is this? Oh, why are you doing that? Let's do this. Alright, what size is this? 94.5. Let's make that 94.5. I think this is a clear number 1. I don't think that's a question for me. Number 1 is the Logan movie. I probably should have put that. I probably did that last. But I think I already spoiled that one. Alright, so what's the worst of the bunch? The worst of the best. I think it would have to be First Class. So let's do. Alright, so let's make that. We need 94.5. Yeah, I think I'm comfortable with First Class being number 5. So I think number 4 would have to be X2. I'm also comfortable with that pick. Now the problem is what movie is going to be number 1? I'm sorry, number 2 and number 3. That I am not sure. Give me 1 second. Ah, okay. Yeah, so I think number 2 and number 3 has to be. Which one's better? X2? I mean, Deadpool 1 or Deadpool 2? Uh, we're gonna do it in this order. That 94.5. Yes, it is. And I think number 2 would have to be. Number 2 would have to be. Dude, why would it go down there? Why wouldn't it just stay up here? Alright, let's go ahead and straighten that up. I think I'm happy with this. So this went by a lot faster because there was no one here to argue with me. I thought I'd be doing this for like 45, 50 minutes. But I think there is some PlayStation thing going on right now. So I'm pretty sure that's why nobody showed up yet. But fuck it, we working, right? Oops, I am not on all messages. There we go. We working, we still going. I think I am happy with this. I think later on I will upload this in the community tab and be like, fight me, bro, if you don't like it. I think I'm cool with this. Logan, clearly the best movie. I think Deadpool 1 and Deadpool 2 can be interchangeable for number 2 and 3. I wouldn't argue either one. I appreciate and like both of these movies. X2, I love this movie. Um, I just don't think it's better than the other three. I think it still has the best opening scene out of any X-Men movie. That Nightcrawler in the White House. I mean, you can't beat that. You can't beat that at all. Wolverine going crazy in the mansion when they're raiding. Incredible scene. That's the first cameo of Colossus. Also great. Love that. Can't argue with that. X-Men First Class. I didn't talk about this one too much, but it does have a lot of the younger mutants. Like I said, it has when Professor X and Magneto first meet. It was also when they meet with Mystique. Then it has some people a lot of people won't know of, like Banshee. If I'm not mistaken, Darwin's in the first one. Am I missing? Yes, Darwin. Which he should have dominated. By the way, he's a beast. Beast was in it. There was a lot of, if I'm not mistaken, a lot of those. It was a good movie. I liked it a lot. I think I'm comfortable with this. This is a good top 5 X-Men movies of all time. I think I'll stamp this. The Chef Sanji 629 approval. Let's go ahead and give it my stamp of approval. Up, up, up. Come on. Boom. Open. Bam. Stamp that. Should I throw that there? I could always put it over Colossus. You know, we'll just... Damn it, where should I put that at? I kind of want to put it on Colossus like I had it before. I mean, look how pretty that is. Look at that. I think that's it right there, people. I think that is it. Let's stamp that. And let's keep that moving. Oops. Alright. That, ladies and gentlemen, is the top 5 X-Men movies of all time, in my opinion. Pretty sure somebody on the internet's gonna hate that. Fuck you if you don't like it. Hold that. It's my show, not yours. I'm talking, not you. But leave it in the comments. You can say fuck you back if you want. I don't mind. Alright, let's what do we want to talk about now? We jump to some shows. Let's jump to some shows. Man, as much as I can't stand Wolverine, everything today is coming up Wolverine. That's because they shove him in everything. Have y'all seen? Oh, why is my camera all blurry? What's going on, camera? Let's see if this fixes it. Fix it? Oh, why is my camera blurry? See, does that change it? I might have to... Oh no, that shit is still blurry. Can I turn it off, turn it back on? Let me see if I get off the camera. Does that help? Does that change anything? Wow, I am really out of focus. I don't know what the problem is because I don't know how to fix it on this. Normally I do this and it helps. I think I'm still fuzzy. Let's see. They're fixed. No. Wow, that is really fuzzy. See if that helps. That did not help. Man, I do not know what to do about this, so that sucks. Fuck it. We'll just leave the screen small for now. And then actually let's see if I can focus on something else. Oh, it's fixed. Hey, let's go. Alright. Alright, we in there. Look at me go. Alright. Have y'all seen Wolverine and the X-Men, the animated series? If you have not, this show is great. I was actually going to do a Underlove anime and other things episode just revolving around the show, and then I got lazy, so I didn't do it. But this show starts off with I think it's Jean Grey, not Jean Grey. It's Professor X, Storm are walking Professor X. Ha! They're strolling through the X Mansion's courtyard, and a bomb goes off. Right? They show like Colossus, Kitty Pryde, Iceman, a bunch of people in the danger room, and something happens. Right? A bomb goes off. Jean Grey goes missing. Hint, hint, hint. Then there's a time skip, and it's basically they're trying to figure out what happens because Wolverine starts getting messages from Professor X in the future. So this place is kind of this show is kind of Days of Future Past and uh, its own like X-Men story as a show. So Wolverine basically gets contacted by Professor X from the future to hey, we gotta fix these things because the future's looking bleak, blah blah blah. So you get to see like two parts of the show. There's the future X-Men with like Bishop and people like that. And there's the past where Wolverine has to kind of go collect the rest of the X-Men that were his squad, but nobody really wants to come back. So you got Cyclops, who is now like a drunk, and he's angry. He's that angry like X-Men versus Avengers Cyclops, where he got a problem when everybody doesn't listen. Storm comes back. Iceman is happy to be back with the squad. Nightcrawler, you get Colossus. So basically, Wolverine has to go by and collect all of the X-Men again to try to prevent whatever's happening in the future, while you have Bolivar Trask in the background creating the Sentinels. You have oh my god, what's his Mojo doing his little show and collecting mutants and stuff like that. But basically, Wolverine is tasked with collecting all the people to stop this from happening. You have a great scene where a lot of the X-Men are gearing up to go. Well, a lot of mutants are gearing up to go to Genosha, where Magneto's in charge. And Nightcrawler is amongst one of them. By the way, Nightcrawler is a great character. If you don't know anything about him, punch yourself in the face. He's great. But you have a great character like Nightcrawler, Mr. Kurt Wagner, devout Catholic, who happens to look like a demon. But he tends to go to Genosha because if you know anything about Magneto, he's about saving He's about saving mutant kind, but he doesn't care. He's getting prepared for a war. Basically believes that mutants are the evolved form of man, but man is scared of mutant. They try to take mutant out. So think of Magneto as the Malcolm X of like Magneto and Professor X are like Malcolm X and Martin Luther King Jr. One wants peace, one will fight violence with violence. One doesn't matter. I mean, one doesn't care. But so he takes people to Genosha. They're on this boat, but they start getting attacked by I want to say Spiral. Spiral attacks them, and Nightcrawler, who's the X-Men, he's working with a bunch of kids who are basically don't know what to do with their power. Like one of them has glue. He can shoot glue out of his hand, but he doesn't like throw it. It's just like it can puddle out of his hand basically. And there's like a bug kid. He just makes bugs. And if I'm not mistaken, there's like three other kids. One just has gills. He can breathe under the water. That's like the only thing he does. And they basically Nightcrawler leads them to defeating Mojo. So Nightcrawler finally gets to Genosha, figures out it's not all it cracked up to be. And they're like, if you know anything about Nightcrawler, he can only teleport if he can see where he's going. So they're in the middle of the ocean on an island, and there is nowhere to go. Nightcrawler's badass. Basically looks to the ocean. They're basically like, we're gonna kill you if you. We're gonna imprison you if you stay here. So they're about to lock him up. So he basically looks at the ocean, teleports to the water, and then teleports above the water, and then teleports above the water, and then teleports above the water. This dude keeps teleporting into the sky until he eventually makes it back to land to warn the X-Men and other mutants that Genosha is not all it seems to be. Obviously, it's Magneto and the Brotherhood. But Yeah, this show's really good. If you like classic X-Men and the classic storyline, this show's great. Like, you gotta check it out. They also go over the Sentinels being created. They go over a little bit of the Morlocks. They go over. Actually, they do a history lesson with Wolverine versus Hulk. And if you don't, for those of you who don't know, Wolverine's first ever appearance was versus the Hulk. The first time Wolverine was ever shown was as a foil to fight the Hulk. It was Wolverine, Hulk, and I want to say Wendigo. But yeah, they sent Wolverine to take down the Hulk. Wolverine would destroy the Hulk. I mean, I didn't say that. The Hulk would destroy Wolverine. All right, let's check this out. Wolverine the X-Men is it's on 3 discs. I got it on Blu-ray, so if you haven't seen that, check that out. We're gonna read the back. We're gonna go over a little bit of stuff, and I'll talk about some more things that I can remember about the show. It's 26 episodes. Oh, the one knock I have about this show is it got canceled. So this show was clearly gearing up to have another season, and that did not happen. That show did not come out. I guess enough people weren't buying it or weren't watching it, or like I think they weren't selling toys or something like that. But yeah, this has Emma Frost is in this show a lot too because Professor X is in a coma. That's why he's only talking from the future. The past Professor X is in a coma, and the future Professor X is in the future working with the new X-Men like Bishop and people like that. Uh, so they basically have Emma Frost as their psychic of choice now because Jean Grey is missing. All right, so let's read the back. We'll go over some stuff after we talk about that. So after a mysterious explosion at the Xavier Mansion and the resulting disappearances of Professor Xavier and Jean Grey, the distraught X-Men disband, but soon Wolverine, Storm, Beast, and others must join together again to not only battle the increasingly powerful Mutant Response Division. Those are the people that want to get rid of the mutants, basically. Also, Wolverine meets a nice family who almost gets killed because they decide to help him, and the Mutant Response Division don't give a fuck. The MRD, they don't give a fuck, so they go after them to get rid of him, and he has to put his claws in someone's ass. But also to prevent the catastrophic future of the Xavier has warned Wolverine must never come to pass. With help from their allies, the heroic X-Men wage war against the formidable foes, and the present and future collide. But who will win? Discover for yourself as the extraordinary series presented together in one complete collection like never before. So the only knock that I have about this show, well, let's do this. I don't like Wolverine, y'all know that, but I don't mind this show because, as a non-Wolverine fan, my biggest gripe with Wolverine is that they'll say, "Hey, we're gonna put out an X-Men movie," or "Hey, we're gonna put out an X-Men show. We're gonna do X-Men this, we're gonna do X-Men that," and then the whole show is basically Wolverine and some X-Men, and Wolverine does this, and the X-Men help him with that, and then Wolverine this, and the whole show about Wolverine, Wolverine, Wolverine. Right? I didn't want to. This show tells you that this is Wolverine and the X-Men, so I went in there fully expecting Wolverine to be the main character of this story. So I didn't mind it because when you say X-Men to me, the leader is Cyclops, Professor X, and Storm. Right? So when you tell me it's an X-Men story, I expect to see the X-Men, not just Wolverine and some of the X-Men. But this, you go in you knowing it's a Wolverine story. So I don't mind it that much because it. By the way, it has great voice actors. The guy who does Wolverine's voice is great. Kitty Pryde has some good quirks. You get to see a little bit of Colossus. Hey, what's going on, Bubs? How's it going, brother? Yeah, I was wondering where everybody's at, but they're doing that PlayStation event. So I just realized I just happened to fall on a bad day. But maybe people will come back and watch this episode. But how you doing, man? It's a little dead in here, but we're making it work. I'm going 47 minutes strong without nobody else talking. But how's it going? So the biggest issue with this is because they expected to not get canceled. Oh, good. Playing a ton of Street Fighter 6. You liking it? I'm glad you like it. A lot of people seem to love the game. Like I said, I'm a little disappointed as a Street Fighter fan. They put a lot of crap in there that I'm just not interested in. So I just decided to skip this one. But I'm glad a lot of people were liking it. Maybe I'll be able to come back for Street Fighter 7 or when they come out Super Duper Street Fighter 6. You love it? That's good. Who you maining? Severe and their viewers just joined. Say hello. Oh, hey, what's going on? Zangief. Grappler, man. Grappler's always good. What's going on, Severe? I didn't know that was a thing. Oh, so they got it like the Twitch parties. It still says there's only 3 people here, though. Welcome, people. Hey, what's going on? Can you not see me, brother? Chef, raid, motherfucker. What's going on? Why you got a question mark? You tired of me, Stick? Can't stand me no more? Thank you, Severe. Appreciate it. Razvan, hey, what's going on? How's it going, brother? Welcome, everybody. Yeah, I was wondering why it was so dead, and then I realized that Capcom thing's going on. Everybody streaming, cutting the fuck up. Facts. What's up? How's it going? I'm good. That's good to hear, man. Thank you for stopping by, everybody. So what y'all missed so far? I'll do a quick. It's been a while. I missed all last week. I only did. Yeah, last week I just talked shit. All right. So what we did. Now there's some of y'all in here. Get some of y'all to argue with me. Let's go to screen capture. We're gonna get back to Wolverine and the X-Men in a second. But no, I missed you. All right. Boom. Top 5 X-Men movies. Come at me, bro. What's up? Who got a problem with what? Talk to me, people. Who got a problem with what? Huh? Any questions? What we talking about here? Who don't like this? Who likes it? Who agrees? What we doing? I'm gonna post this in the community tab. Let's ask. This looks good. What's up? Top 5 X-Men movies. And I know what y'all thinking. He has a Wolverine movie at number 1. Yes, that movie is great. Also, I can't stand Deadpool. Alright, I'll give y'all a second to look at it. What do y'all think? Good, bad, maybe? What's missing? What needs to be taken off? What's going on, people? Oh, no words? I'm going to assume that it's a great list. Y'all love what I did here. And nobody has any complaints. It's right. Nothing to complain about. That's top 5 right there. I agree. Thank you, Razvan. It is right. I'm never wrong about these things. Yeah. All right. Since nobody has any complaining, I'm going to keep it moving. I'm going to post this in the community tab later. Y'all can leave y'all top 5s if you want. But just for those of you who ain't looking right now and only listening, number 1 is Logan. Number 2 is Deadpool 2. Number 3 is Deadpool. But either one, Deadpool and Deadpool 2 can be interchangeable. I wasn't really sure which one I like better, so I'm not mad at anybody if they got Deadpool 1 over at Deadpool 2. X-Men 2 is number 4, and X-Men First Class is number 5. Anyway, that's my list. Boom. And shout outs to everybody who stopped by and everybody who already left. Alright, hopefully my face cam ain't all fucked up again. But let's make sure it's not fuzzy before I start talking. Nah, we looking good. My head shiny in the motherfucker. But back to Wolverine and the X-Men. The biggest complaint I have about this show is that the fact that it ends where they didn't think it was going to be canceled. So it ends with the where they fix the timeline, but when they come back, Age of Apocalypse happens, and when they show up, you see Apocalypse, his four horsemen, and the show is over. Ah, man. That is the only complaint I have about this show. That show is great. They did right by Iceman. He's still straight here. It's a big plus right there. It was nice to see Emma Frost get a little bit more love. You don't see her too often. Rogue's a big character in the show. Where Rogue, this is still young Rogue. Well, not I guess she's young, but she's still arguing with herself whether she wants to be Brotherhood or not. But yeah, the biggest issue with this show is there should have been a season 2, and we didn't get it. It's a shame that Disney FD show. Yeah, they chopped it right up. They was like, nope, that show was good. I used to watch it all the time. That's why I bought it. No, actually, I bought it before I seen it. I just went and saw it, and I was like, oh, they have a new X-Men show. But yeah, it's a good show. It's disappointing. I wish they could have done more, but they just, I mean, yeah, he's right. I think this is when Disney started taking things over. But man, great show. If you haven't had a chance, check this out. I got another recommendation. This one's not for. You gotta. Let me see what Oasis. You gotta fix that list. This is terrible. First of all, X2 is 1. X-Men First Class is 2. Logan is 3. Deadpool. Okay. So the list though. So you have the same top 5, but in a different order though. So I can't be mad at that because we don't agree on the order, but we both have the same top 5 movies though. Because you have, let me see what you got. You have X2 is 1. That was my favorite one until these recent 3. First Class is 2. Logan is 3. Deadpool is 1. Deadpool 2. I'm not mad at that because like if that's your top 5, we have the same top 5 but in a different order. So I think that's okay. Because normally what would happen is somebody would be like, this is my 5, and everybody else would be like, suck a dick, you fat fuck, you're wrong. It's this one. This is the best. You're stupid and you stink. Right? Normally people don't like. Am I fuzzy on here? I think I'm alright. Let me know if I'm fuzzy. But if we got the same top 5, I'm not mad if you got it in a different order. You got it in a completely different order. But it's alright. I'm interested. I wish Doom was here because I think Doom, he liked the Wolverine a lot. And I didn't like that movie at all. I think X-Men Origins and Wolverine and Apocalypse are like the worst ones. I got New Mutants like right in the middle. But yeah. Alright, so let's get on something else. This one, I don't think this is for everybody, but I'm just gonna do a quick recommendation because I don't think most people are going to even try this. But it was pretty good. So I can agree Origins and Apocalypse, but the first Wolverine was good. They just didn't have the same budget. You talking about the one with Deadpool? I didn't like that movie at all. I thought it could have been a lot better, but yeah. Alright. So this show, this is why it's kind of weird. This is more of a motion comic. See how thin it is? This is a motion comic. This is called Astonishing X-Men Dangerous. So I don't know if anybody is into these, but these are basically motion comics where it's a show, but it's kind of just like comic panels with a little bit of movement, and they focus more on the story and less on the animation. But this is about there's a mole in the X Men, and one of the children gets killed. One of the people in the X Men get killed. Uh, but we're only talking about the live action ones, right? Not the cartoon ones. The cartoon ones, them shits is yeah. But there isn't. We're talking about the movies though. What X Men? What X Men animated movie are you talking about? I remember that astonishing X Men stuff. Yeah, it's good. Am I bugging? I can't think of a animated X Men movie. Put me on game if I'm. I can't think of no animated X Men movie. Unless you're talking about Hulk versus. That's the closest I can get to. That's an X Men movie in my head right now. Hulk versus. That movie's great, by the way. But I cannot recall an animated X Men movie. But I could be bugging. I just might not. I might not remember it. But let me get back to this, and I guess they did a couple of them, bro. Marvel did the anime like Japanese ones for the X Men Wolverine Blade. No, those were shows. Those weren't movies. You're talking about. Here, I own them. You're talking about these. Let's go to my Voodoo. My TV. You're talking about these right here. These are shows. These aren't movies. You're talking about X Men, Marvel X Men, the anime one, and then they have the Wolverine one, and then they have the other ones, but those aren't. Those aren't. These are shows though. These aren't movies. This is what you're talking about? Because I own all the anime ones, if that's what you're talking about. Yeah, yeah, but these aren't movies though. These are shows. So I'm about to say because I can't think of an X Men animated movie. Oh wow, I forgot to show the screen. My bad. Here, I'll show them again real quick because I forgot. So there's this one, Marvel the X Men Complete Series, that came out. They came out on the Sci-Fi Channel. Yeah, these are shows, right? You got this one, and then you got the anime Wolverine one, which is this one. Yeah, my bad. I forgot to switch the camera. I think this is what you're talking about. Yeah, he said the Weeble. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. So I don't count these because these are shows. I'm just talking about. I'm just listing the movies. Because if we wanted to do the shows, I mean, I would say the clear number one show is the '90s. It depends because the '80s one was pretty good too. What Australian Wolverine? That was a good show too. And then they have Wolverine and the X Men. Yo, since y'all are here now, what was the X Men show where they were in high school after the '90s show? I cannot remember the name of that shit. Was it X Men 2000? Was it X Men 2000? Bro, I can't remember the name of that show for nothing. Let's do animated. X Men, yes. I think it's X Men Next Generation or something like that. Evolution, X Men Evolution. That's what it was called. Yeah, X Men Evolution. That's what it was called. I mean, if we're doing the shows, there's not too many, and I think it's pretty clear. I don't think anybody can argue it have to be the regular X Men '90s. Then they, like I said, they got the old '70s or '80s one, but I mean, then they got the anime ones. When the Wolverine one's the best one, And then they got Evolution and that one. Or X-Men 2000. Yeah, it's my X-Men. They did that TV show for Gen X, but I don't know what happened. It ain't like do good at all. I mean, I watched it, but cuz that's back, you got to remember that was back then when they were doing Spider-Man Ultimate, Spider-Man Ultimate, where Spider-Man 2099, the X-Men Evolution, and they did Batman Beyond. All of that shit was running pretty close together, where they were trying to do that extra like futuristic emo shit. And I think Batman Beyond was the standout out of all of them. Spider-Man 2099 was just Ultimate Spider-Man was just okay. Have you ever read the House of M stuff? Is House of M where Scarlet Witch says no more mutants? That one? Because if so, kind of. I read some of it, but as I got older, I like to hear. Let me put y'all on game if you're not. This is where I get a lot of my information. Always remember the rating for the 90s was terrible. The art was amazing with the 90s, but rating was dog shit. Yeah, but you also have to remember too is because that's your childhood, you kind of ignore that shit because it was good for you. You didn't care when you were no, because the X-Men 90s cartoon was good. That was good writing. They didn't treat you like a little kid on there. And I would say the 90s Spider-Man cartoon had some good writing in it. But I'm probably biased. What was I gonna talk about? Chef Sanji, yeah, I know about that. Oh, let me put y'all on game real quick before I continue that astonishing X-Men. If y'all are not on game, check out these channels because now I kind of like listening to full stories. I don't really read them that much. I still read stuff here and there, but check out this channel, Comics Explained, because I like to listen to. Let me find one. Videos, do videos. I like to grab when they do, especially like when I'm at work or doing a road trip, like this one, right? Incredible Hulk, the strongest form. This thing's 2 hours long. I like listening to the full stories, like Deceased. This one's 2 hours long. I just listened to that was the Hulk one. There's Secret Invasion. So there's that one, Comics Explained, and where's the other guy I like? I don't remember what his thing looks like. Oh, there we go. This one's another one I like to listen to. I'll put these on while I'm cleaning or see here's like a 5 hour Spider-Man 2099 story. So I like to listen to a lot of these more than I read the shit now. I still like reading stuff, but I don't own as many comics and I don't read them like I used. Even when I was little, I didn't read them. I had a couple here and there, but this is what I like doing. Yeah, I'm sub to that guy. Yeah, I was just talking about the cartoons. I was talking like the movies and like the writing and the comic. Yeah, I agree. It's nothing crazy now. Yeah, me too. Once in a while, bro. But the guy don't have a good voice. I don't want to hear the shit. So it depends, cause there's this guy, comic historian. He reads it to you. He doesn't read it to you. He does it like you're watching a show. And he'll be like, then Spider-Man jumped up, punched him in the face. But he does it like he's reading you, like you can hear everything that's going on. Like he's reading you like remember the old radio stories? Where they'd be like, then Batman jumped out the window, and then Superman looked up. What is he gonna do? And then he reads it to you like that. Like he tells you like then they meet up and a bomb went off, stuff like that. Comments explained. He's just talking about and explaining everything. He's not explaining the story. He's explaining the characters and the main thing that's going on. When the other guy's actually like telling you a story. So comic historian is more like an action story person, and then comics explained will break down why the Hulk transforming like this. So think of it like watching a show compared to reading a facts page. So like one is like we're just talking like nerds, right? And then the other one is like a cool, like he's telling you the story. Um. Oh, there goes my phone. Let me make sure. Yeah, I'm sub to that guy. Yeah, me too. Once in a while, bro. Cutting the facts up, facts. All right. So, all right, let's get back to Astonishing X-Men. I think Severe is the only one that he might be the only one that reads these. But what's cool about these are Joss Whedon. So if you ever liked like Buffy the Vampire Slayer stuff like that, these are his stories. But basically, oh, let's get the big screen going again. So basically, the Astonishing X-Men is a motion comic. So don't expect much from the animation. The art is there because it's a comic, right? The art is there. It looks great, but it's more about the story and has a little bit of motion to it. But it's still cool if you can get past that part, or if you just want to listen to it, that's good too. Basically, there's a mole in there, and one of the students gets killed, and they're trying to figure out what's going on without explaining too much. If you know who Danger is as an X-Men, you'll kind of figure the story out real quick. If you don't know who Danger is, then you'll have a nice little story in front of you. But I'm the only one in here. What the hell is showing me? There's only one person. I'm the only one answering anything. I mean, for me, it says there's 4 people, but I mean, most people normally don't talk. But like I said, a lot of people didn't show up in the beginning because of the all the PlayStation stuff going on. I think Severe was streaming it, so a lot of people were over there. But that's cool. It's gonna be here. If people want to go back and watch it, they can watch it. But yeah, check this out. It's pretty cool. It's not too long. It's only on one DVD. But like I said, if you like the art, like here, check out some more of the art right here on the inside. But if you like comic art, it's cool to look at because it's it's a motion comic. There's not too much to say. I'll read the back for anybody interested in these. I think there's like 3 of these or 2 of these. They also have Black Panther and a couple other characters too. I'm here too. Yeah, Severe's still here. So we'll read the back just to give y'all a little. This is old too, but it's pretty cool. Like I said, if you get this is still on DVD by the way. If you get a chance, you can check out these older ones. Like I said, it's not a show, but it's close to it. Pop culture icon Joss Whedon and award-winning artist John Cassidy bring you the continuing saga of the Astonishing X-Men. A tragic death of a student at the Xavier Institute reveals that a powerful enemy is working from inside the mansion to destroy the X-Men. An enemy who knows all their weaknesses and can predict their every move. This new foe doesn't want wealth, power, or world domination. It only wants them dead. As the X-Men fight for their lives, they learn that they've been deceived and by one of their own. Even if they survive, the team will never be the same. That's like I said, it's pretty cool. I would definitely say watch Wolverine and X-Men if you haven't. That show's great. And if you want a little bit of extra X-Men content, check out some of these. Like I said, there's also a Black Panther one, and I think there's Invincible Iron Man and a couple other ones. But I own this one. I think another one. I'm not sure. I'm here too. Put the fuck up. You made this raised son. I'm gonna kick your. You made this raised son. I'm gonna kick. Hey, you don't gotta be here. You can leave. Ain't nobody forcing you. Appreciate it though. You can hop out. Appreciate the talk though. But now let's talk about I think I know what everyone's gonna say. But for the 4 of y'all in here, that's what it says for me. I don't know if anybody else is in here, but who is y'all favorite X-Men villain? I'm pretty sure everyone's gonna say Magneto. Because Magneto's dope. He's not my favorite, but I can't argue with anybody who says Magneto. But I would like to go over my favorite villain to give him a little bit of love. because he doesn't get too much. He's actually got a little bit more love recently. Ah, let's go, Stick. You got mine. I thought everybody was gonna say Magneto. Mr. Sinister, shout outs to Stick.